Hi, my name is Black, and this is a Gaming Illuminati video. Today, we are going to be talking about Darling in the Franxx, and we is Steven, say what's up,
Howdy.
Flock,
Hey yo.
and myself, hi. With that said, let's get into episode 5. Alright, episode 5, Darling in the Franxx, it starts off with, apparently the plantations are kissing. Plantation 13 is kissing Plantation 26, and that's illegal because Plantation 13 isn't 18.
Oh
No, so basically they are kissing, and essentially, I think Plantation 26 is giving its magma fuel to 13, and like magma fuel is, I want to say it's like the source of, I know it's the source of the FRANKXX, that is like the gas that they use. I'm not sure if like that's also what the actual plantations need to, like, you know, keep power on as well.
I feel like it is.
So yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And then there's also like the magma fuel is also what like they were drilling in episode 3, where they went to protect the drill site. But yeah, so yeah, they were kind of explaining what a kiss was, which is, you know, the transferring of fuels between two things when they connect. I feel like that was an innuendo there. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. And all the kids were like, "What's a kiss?" And you know, one girl kind of vaguely explains it. The magma fuel reserves, basically. Also, they said that magma fuel attracts the Klaxosaurs.
Yeah.
So I wonder if like Klaxosaurs are like the product of magma fuel. You know? Like if they're like part of, if it's like a mutation for them. I don't know, something.
Like, I won't say it's a theory, but I feel like these things, Klaxosaurs, they're at the center of the earth and they feed off magma fuel, or they need it to survive. And once, like, well, we don't have enough lore on what actually happened before this, but I feel like they, like the humans started taking the magma fuel for whatever reason, and then the Klaxosaurus was like, nah. And they fucked up like the,
Earth.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel like the reason why Earth is in the predicament it is now is because of like something dealing with the magma.
Yeah, this niggas got greedy and took it when they really...
I blame the colonizers. But anyway, moving on. Basically, they became world parasites now. From you know, these guys. They're like, yeah, you guys did good. Y'all really out here.
They official now.
Yeah. So they really with the shit.
They got their badge, pretty much.
Yeah. So then after the intro, it starts off with my boy Hero's in bed, and the homie Goro, he's trying to wake Hero up, and I don't know why, but Goro decides to touch Hero's face. I'm gonna be honest, I never like try to wake up. Yeah, I never try to wake up one of my friends by like touching their face. Like don't, like, nah, nigga, don't touch me. Stop. No, real talk, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty weird, bro.
Yo, Fly. Imagine that E3, I just touch your face to wake you up.
What?
Imagine that E3, I just touch your face to wake you up. Like, hey, Flock, wake up.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, no, bro.
Like, no, man, that ain't the way we do things around these parts, bro.
You're gonna have a problem, bro.
I can hear, fam.
I'd rather you kick me first.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather you put your foot in my back or some shit. Don't touch my face, dude.
But anyway, a girl touches my boy's face and it's like, oh, wow, you're hot. You got a fever. Here's like, nah, I'm okay. Girl's like, you sure? I'm perfectly fine. Maybe a light on my feet, but I'm really fine. Okay. That boy Hero line. That man was sweating bullets. Then we go to the scene where like they're at the little commons area. All the kids are like talking and like, you know, talking about irrelevant things. I remember Zoro May was talking about the adult. It's nice having like the adults support you and like believe in you, like kind of boost your confidence and shit like that. But like they're talking about how like they got this, you know, this big mission coming up, and yeah, I felt like the importance of this mission is like really huge. I mean, of course it is, obviously, but yeah. And then Zoro May's like, "I'll lead us to victory," and then my girl Ichigo was like, "You mean Hero will? You're irrelevant."
Pretty much.
He was like, "Huh?" And everyone's just looking at it. They're like, "Yeah, you were great here." And then one thing I like about this show is they like for the character that they, you know, they did give personality to. They're sticking to it. Like that hating ass nigga, he's still hating. Like he always had like these looks inside remarks. Oh no, there's a part where he said some stuff.
Oh no, he said some stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't say much. Like you could tell, it was just little shots where he was in the background and you know hating.
Yeah, he had his little hating comments. He's still hating though.
They're talking about how my boy Hero is extremely compatible with Zero 2, and like, yeah, now you're relevant. Now we like you. I can still be a part of the team. All that. But all in all, yeah, it was a nice little. It was one of those moments where I kind of built the team chemistry.
Right.
So yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, was that before then when they talked to the other squad?
No, yeah, that we can get that. Next, they were like eating breakfast. I would say breakfast, yeah.
Yeah.
And Zero 2 was sitting next to Hero, and the boys were jealous that she was feeding him and giving him that honey, if you know what I mean.
That's sweet stuff.
That sweet demon. Never mind.
Stop.
Anyway, she was giving that sweet, and Zero Mil was getting jealous. I wish I could have some, and then one dude was like, "Well, actually, a partner." And he's like, "I'd rather have all girls." And then his partner was like, "Oh, really? That's what we doing?" So you know, I like moments like this where it sounds that once again it kind of shows like to the personality. For the few characters that was established, Zoro May, it keeps true to who they've been throughout the previous episodes. So I feel like he's jealous, but I don't think he's a hating ass nigga. I feel like he wants attention, but like I feel like he'll give you the credit when it's due, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
That's still
a bitch nigga qualities though.
Oh yeah. Just not as much as that other nigga. But yeah, he's still an attention whore. What else happened? I think dang, what? I'm trying to think. I remember Zero 2 was in the boys' room because he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be living here now," and then oh yeah. She's like, "I'm gonna be living here now," and then the boys was like, "Huh? What?" And then Ichigo's like, "Oh yeah, this ain't happening like this today. Nah." So Ichigo pulls Zero 2 to the side, like, "All right, this is where you gonna be sleeping." And then Zero 2's like, "I want to be with my darling." Ichigo's like, "No, you gonna follow these rules. You sleeping here. Also, keeping safe." And then I said darling. Zero 2's like, "Don't tell me what to do. You're so bossy," something like that. No, she was like, "You don't have to tell me that." Because, you know, she was going to do what she was going to do anyway. What I like about Zero 2 is she's a savage. Zero 2 is a savage.
Absolutely. Love it.
Oh, shit. No. I think we skipped something. Yeah. We skipped something. It was at this moment. So, Goro and Ichigo are in the elevator. And it was at this point in the anime I realized they do a really great job at they do a really good job at keeping the animation like it's really low budget, but like a high quality low budget so that you don't realize what they're doing until you actually pay attention. So I noticed like most of the time in anime, like one or two characters are moving at a time, really one. Not a lot of things are moving. So like what they've been doing with this elevator scene, I realize is like they set like this dark important, like this dark moody tone because even the scene is dark, and like the only thing that's moving is like quote unquote the elevator is going up and down, or is going up or down, and what's really happening is it's really just like the city slowly panning down, and like you hear the people talking, and at most you always see their back, and at most you may see like a head nod or maybe some hand movement, but there's no real movement going on. And I feel like they do this so they could save money with the budget and put it towards the action scenes of the team getting their ass beat, you know. But that was something I noticed, and I could appreciate it because it was like it's done in such an elegant way where it's like I know what they're doing, but they do it in a way that you can appreciate. But going back to the actual the scene of Goro and Ichigo in the elevator, just talking about how like it's been a long time for a hero like being actually happy, but Goro knows that boy Hero, that boy's sick. He hiding something. And like they both want him not to do it, and Goro's trying to force Ichigo to tell him not to, but Ichigo's like he already made up his mind, he'll be fine. Anyway, that's really not the case. Next scene, that boy Mitsuru, he popping pills. Putting pills in there.
Oh yeah. He's still done up.
Oh god, boy.
That man rode with 02 episodes ago, and he popping pills. That man is stressed.
Taking painkillers. He said, "What's the difference between me and him? I don't understand."
Why is he so good? And like he is distraught. And then I don't even know this girl's name. I just know it's Fat Boy's partner. Like I don't know her name.
They really don't give you no names, man. Like if you blink, you'll miss who they talking about because you really don't know. Because it's never like when you see the other people, it's never no like one-on-one. So like Ichigo is because Ichigo is always talking to somebody. So and plus they say the name a lot. So it's like you just got to be not paying attention not to know who she is,
basically,
stuff like that. So,
but yeah, I feel like a lot of these other characters, like I don't even know Fat Boy's name.
Right, me neither.
They said it this episode. I forgot it.
That's irrelevant.
They said it once.
Well, we could have paid attention, but I'm gonna be honest. I actually missed it when they said. Let me see. But Fat Boy's partner comes in and he's like, "Hey, I saw you walk in here," and she clearly saw him pop those pills and have that little brief moment of insanity. And then she's like, "Yo, you should lean on your teammates," and he's like, "Are you pitying me?" And she's like, "Sorry." And like, that dude is so prideful. I'm calling it now. I feel like his pride is gonna get like him and the team like in trouble. Like I hate prideful people. But
aren't you a Vegeta fan?
I'm a Sasuke fan. But anyway, I did like Vegeta too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But Vegeta puts his pride away at times. Because he's
stay on topic here, fellas.
You're right. Didn't need to be longer than it is. But she's like, "Yo, you need help? Just believe in your friends." And he's like, "Don't pity me." That man's a ghoul, bro. Like, just get out of here, bro. Like, he's not even nice to his own partner.
He's just like the living dead at this point.
Fast forward, because we already talked about the scene with Ichigo and Zero 2. My boy Hero is sweating in the bathroom. Clearly something wrong. Clearly, I don't know, man. Just like it's one of those moments where like I understand he wants to really be part of the group, but it's like sometimes you gotta put your health above certain things. But I mean, it is what it is. You know, I just realized. What you gonna say?
Like he's their whole purpose in life is to be parasite.
That's true. That's true.
So like if he feels like well, he knows if he's not healthy, they're not gonna let him go out there.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't go out there, he's pretty much a failure.
Yeah, and he's getting deported.
Yeah.
I realized Hero is literally a ride or die, bro. Either he's gonna ride Zero 2 or he'll ride her and die. So yeah, Hero's a ride or die. Next. Oh, there's so much stuff that happened with this next part. So basically, the parasite team from Plantation 26 pulls up, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna be working with you guys. I don't think you guys have done a mission like this, so you know, we're gonna, you know, lead the charge, kind of." And they're talking about how like, why do you guys? Oh, one thing I realized is they were like, all your mechs are unique opposed to ours, which are like stationary or standard. Like we in this episode we come to find out that so basically all the other plantations, they all have like the same build, Frank, but with these guys for whatever reason, and the reason is they're the protagonists and they're the main niggas in charge. They have their own unique Franks to stand out, and they're also like a ragtag group. They really don't have that much training together, as you can see. Along with that, my boy Zorome made the comment, and like this made me like really think about stuff. Zorome made the comment, have you ever seen any one of your squad ever grow up to be an adult? And the plantation, I mean the squad 26 leader was like, nah. No, actually someone
like, wait, man.
Someone whispered in his ear, they don't know. And then he was like, oh, no. And they was like, have you heard rumors of that? He was like, nah. So like that got me thinking, like, either A, all these kids are gonna die, or B, I feel like they're like man-made kids, and like they have like a natural expiration date or something like that, you know?
True.
Like 5 years tops, and then it's that's the best like death sound effect. So I don't know. I'm having theories like they're like, you know, homunculus, or like they're just artificial humans or something like that. Which actually could actually explain 02. Like all of them are like experiments, and then she was like the first experiment where they were able to like fuse Klaxosaur blood and Klaxosaur and human DNA. So I don't know. That's just the theory I have. Any you want to share?
It didn't. I'm sure they'll explain it more later. But I like how they are at least like touching on, you know, on it a little bit,
on the lore.
and kind of leaving you in suspense for like, okay, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen the next go around?
Next scene we have like the adult people. They're looking at Hero's blood test or his blood work, and they were like, he has a normal yellow blood cell count in him, and clearly it's due to him being with 02. But the interesting thing is they said it's the opposite of what happens to most of the other pilots. So I don't know, instead of I guess losing, or yeah, I don't know if it's, they just said it's normal, so I don't know if he's gaining or losing them, but you know, it's the opposite effect of the other pilots. So I don't know, maybe it's making him stronger, who knows, or weaker. Well, no, I'd imagine it'd be making him stronger because it's the opposite of what happens to everyone else.
If he can take it, if his body can handle it.
Yeah.
like cocaine, like you just become immortal when you like. But you know, Yo, OD, like 02.
Either you live long enough to be a junkie, or you overdose and die.
02 is the cocaine of this tale, like.
Oh, shit.
Like only cocaine can make you feel like you'll fight 100 people, bro. Like.
Say no to drugs, y'all.
Anyway, moving on. Goro, he's going back to the dorm room he shares with Hiro, and he's opening the door and he sees that Hiro is laying on the ground, just passed out, and he's grabbing his chest, and then it's like, yo, bro, what is you doing, my guy? Then see, I don't know, like at this point here, like I know Goro has Hiro's best interest, but like this is the second gay thing he did. He just unzips Hiro's shirt. And I'm like, look, bro. No, worst part is they're just sitting on the bed, or no, they're just sitting, talking, and then he just unzips it. Like, come on, bro. Like, what? If my boy's having a heart attack, I'm not gonna unzip his shirt. I wouldn't know. You feel me? Like, all right, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into it. Maybe that's me.
It's still a little weird.
My chest is really itchy today. Hey, bro, let me go check that out for you, huh?
Right.
But anyway.
Want me to rub some ointment on that? Like, come on, man.
Like, what? What are we doing right now? But anyway, he unzips old boy's shirt, and we see Hiro got like this blue fungus on his chest, and it's like, bro, you got like 4 shades of blue on him. And it's like, yo, bro, you got to get that checked out, bro. Like, it's one of those things that like it was so bad. It's like, nah, bro, you can't sleep in here with me, bro. You got to go, bro. I'm snitching. But Hiro's like, look, nah, I got to ride. And you know, Goro's trying to make the point one more time. You ride with her, and you're gonna die. And then Goro's gonna call for help, but Hiro stops him. He's like, yeah, don't do it. And Goro's like, so you just want me to keep this a secret from everyone? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this.
Even if that means you might die? Yeah. He just kept cutting back to him. Yeah.
You sure? Yeah. And then that kind of goes back to, we're going to save as much money on this animation budget as possible real quick.
Right. It was like they just cut to him like, yeah. Without even moving, like, yeah.
But hey, bro,
it was still well done though.
It was, but it was also funny. Yo, Hiro, what time is it? Yeah, nigga, that's not the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, and then like clearly, was what the funniest part about this scene is clearly like this man Hiro is like struggling. And then Goro just turns around. He's about to say something. And the here's just standing up perfectly fine, smiling. Like all the sweat and like distraught off his face just gone. And he's like standing there. It's like, bruh, you were literally inches away from death a second ago. How's way? But, you know, he's the main character. So it's whatever.
Yeah.
Next we fast forward. There's a briefing. The squads are being briefed on how they're gonna protect the 2 plantations as they like exchange magma fuel from all the Klaxosaurs. Say that sentence 3 times fast. Yeah, like so they're giving the detailed plan, and then the 26th platoon leader he sent a shot at the 13 squad like, y'all kind of trash. And then Irrelevant Girl, she picks up on it, like, did you just diss us? Like, what?
Right. They just call us dead weight.
Basically. I mean, they are. To be honest, they are. Like, they're not veteran like the platoon 2026. Like, well, we find out
You've been saying it since episode 3, so.
Oh yeah. They scrubs. And then they were like, we're gonna have one mech protect the most important part of the mission, and the leader of the other platoon was like, who do you have that could do that by themselves? And they're like, oh yeah, we got Streliza, the name of, you know, Hiro and 02's mech. And then he's like, huh? Wait, what? Nah, fam, we not working with her. And then then they were like, but why? And then lo and behold, did I say that right? Yeah, lo and behold, I feel like I said it wrong. Lo and behold, Zero Two and Hero, they walk into the room. We're like, hey, sorry we're late. And this nigga just starts passing out. No, I'm not gonna work with her. Not after that joint missing 2 years ago. And they're like, huh? What happened? 2 years ago, you got my partner killed. She didn't care about our allies. And he's like, you remember that? And he was, Zero Two was like,
Huh?
Mm.
I don't know, bro. A lot of people die around me. The weaklings deserve to die.
Yeah, weaklings die. That was the most savage line, yo. Like, weaklings
Die.
die. Get over it.
And I feel that. I feel that.
Good.
I mean, she ain't lying.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. Like, man, probably holding a grudge, and it's like, it happened. Deal with it.
She just basically hit him like, I don't even know what you talking about, dude. Who the hell is you, bruh? Like,
He said, who?
I mean, when do you think about it? As many people that has probably died with her over the years, just, I'm sure she got stupid bodies on her. No pun intended. Moving on. Yeah, Ova was freaking out about that. Was this the episode where they go? Oh yeah. So Ichigo pulls Zero Two into the forest to have a conversation about her and Hiro, and she's like, don't put too much strain on Hiro, and old girl's like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. And then she's like, but what if he dies? And then, Zero Two's a savage about that shit. And then what I thought about,
Like, guess he just doesn't amount to much or something like that.
yeah, she said some savage shit like, hey man, that happens, it'd be what it be. And then Ichigo turned out, she was like, she said
She slapped him.
Yeah, Ichigo turned out, she just slapped Zero Two. And I was like, gasp. She slapped her so hard her horn rings came off. Her horn bracelet, I don't know what it's called.
I thought she was gonna die after that.
Oh yeah, Zero Two eyes like legit turned glowing red. And her horns. She's about to turn Super Saiyan on her. But the only thing that saved Ichigo was the fact that Zero Two cares about water and the rain more than she cared about beating her ass at that moment. At the beginning of the episode, she asked Zero Two asked Hiro to make it rain, and Hiro's like, I'm not a baller, I can't make it rain. He's like, I can't do it. But yeah, then Zero Two saw the rain, and she didn't kill Ichigo, and Ichigo went to go talk to Goro, who gave her a towel. Ichigo started crying because she was like, I'm a trash leader. Hiro might die, and it is what it is. And I felt like at that moment, Goro was trying to console her, but he didn't know how to, and I think he was kind of jealous of Hiro at that moment. Or maybe he was just really sad, or maybe both. A lot of emotions were going on at that scene. But yeah, it was a nice, interesting moment. I don't think we really got anything from that moment. But after that, Zero Two and Hiro, they met up at the same spot where we first saw them at episode 1, where you remember that episode 1 where
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
she was naked? Yeah.
I was hoping it wasn't gonna happen again.
But yeah. So that was nice. A call back to the first episode. And then she unzips his shirt. Because, I mean, at this point, she knows what's happening. Because I'm sure she's done this to multiple people. Where she sees the chest fungus. And she's like...
Chest fungus.
The chest cheese. But she's like, if you ride with me one more time, you die. And he's like, well, let's get it then. She just starts laughing. That's the end of the episode. Like, you could die, right? Yeah, that happens. And yeah, they pretty much agree to go and do this mission. And yeah. That's pretty much the end of the episode. But unlike the previous episodes, this episode didn't have like a real action fighting scene, and I didn't mind it because I feel like we got a lot of plot.
We got a lot, yeah.
a lot of
the dialogue answered a lot of stuff, and then it gave you a new dynamic too, because you seen the tension between Ichigo and Zero Two and stuff like that. And then the other people got a chance to like say different stuff too this time around. So it wasn't like, the action didn't take away from the dialogue, and the dialogue didn't take away from the action, because there wasn't really no action. So
just that slap.
Yeah, except for that slap. That was the slap her around the world. But yeah, I mean, a girl almost got killed, but other than that, man, it was cool.
I like
a lot was explained.
I like the subtle hints about like what's happening with the world, like from the magma to the thing about the kids becoming adults, or and now we see we even get more backstory on Zero Two's past, that he's always been a savage and let people die. So I'm really liking where this is going.
Mm-hmm. But he spilled the beans, didn't he?
Yeah. What's funny though is no one on the Squad 13 like cared. They're like, well, that happens. Like no one really blinked at that kind of no one really blinked at that when it happened. Like,
but he spazzed out too.
I mean, they pretty much know, bro.
Yeah, they know
what they're dealing with now after what happened to
Mitsuru. Yeah, misery ass nigga, hating ass bitch ass nigga. But once again, I don't think anyone other irrelevant characters had like that moment to shine out. But I mean, I think once again we got enough dialogue and good dialogue and plot that makes this a pretty solid episode. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that they've had a bad episode yet.
They haven't.
Oh no, yeah. So up to episode 5, I'm liking everything that we getting.
Definitely getting better too. Not a lot of dead, not a bunch of like dead spots, and like I stayed invested. I stayed engaged the whole time.
They're really doing a good job with this anime, bro.
I think I'm gonna be honest, it's probably one of the best shows of this season. I was watching those, so I stopped it. It was so this is by far my favorite show this season, and I'm glad I'm watching it. We're definitely gonna keep this up. Any final thoughts, Flock?
Oh yeah, I mean, me with my vast anime knowledge out here, man, I really feel like that. This now let me stop, but I like it though. All I can really say, man, is I like it. It's definitely. Each episode is telling you more and is leading up to something. You can tell it's like leading up to something big that's about to happen. They're not giving you too much early, but they're not, going to the point where they're not giving you enough where you're not interested anymore. So it's like, it's that perfect medium. That's what I like.
Yeah, I'd agree. What about you, my boy, Steven?
It was a great episode. It's rare to find like anime where they could just be like nothing but dialogue for about 20 to 30 minutes, and like it still be like a good episode. Like I remember ReZero did that, like that one episode when he was talking to that girl. Like, yeah, it's right. Like it's rare. Like this dude's a really good writer. You can tell he's really good.
Yeah. To bit off of what you were saying. I feel like it really is hard, especially for an action anime, to really have great in-depth like dialogue to like keep you interested in terms of
you not lose the interest of the audience. Yes.
I will say though, from my vast knowledge of mecha anime, a lot of mecha anime have like politics behind it, mainly like Gundam's Code Geass. There's another one, I want to say Full Metal Panic, I think. Like a lot of political jargon where like there's that aspect to it, like that kind of like betrayal and other things, and that what kind of pulls you in. But with this, I feel like how they keep you what they do really well is they develop few characters, which is Hero, Ichigo, Zero Two, and Goro. Like those are like the pillars of the show, and everyone else, they help, but they have their role. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone does
Yeah.
their role well, but I think this show has a good job at building its core dynamic amongst the few characters that they chose. So, and like what they do is they want you to be invested into the characters more so than like I guess just random shit. So, yeah, that's why I like.
Yeah.
With that said, though, this has been our episode 5 review of Darling in the Franks. You can definitely expect more. And you know, Inline Gamers, I guess we out, man. Steven?
Huh?
All right, peace.